The lights inside the Got Talent theater were blinding, the kind of lights that make even the strongest people feel small. The audience was buzzing with curiosity as the announcer introduced the next contestant. A young man stepped onto the stage, calm but visibly nervous, his hands gently clasped together. He was only 22 years old, a Filipino priest, and his name was Father Miguel Santos. Many people in the audience whispered to each other, confused and intrigued. A priest on Got Talent was not something they saw every day. Some smiled with curiosity, while others looked skeptical, wondering what exactly he was going to do. Simon Cowell leaned back in his chair, arms crossed, his expression unreadable. He had seen thousands of singers, performers, and dreamers over the years. It was hard to surprise him anymore. The other judges exchanged glances, sensing something unusual about this young man. When Simon finally spoke, his voice was direct. He asked Father Miguel why he had decided to audition. Father Miguel smiled softly and said he was there not for fame, not for money, but to share a message of hope through music. That answer alone earned a polite response, but not yet belief. As Father Miguel explained his story, the room slowly grew quieter. He spoke about growing up in a small village in the Philippines, where electricity would sometimes go out for days and rain would flood their tiny home. His father was a fisherman who struggled to provide, and his mother worked long hours cleaning houses. Music was not a luxury in his family, it was a comfort. As a child, he sang in church not because he dreamed of stages, but because singing made the pain of hunger and fear disappear, even if only for a moment. Then came the first twist. Father Miguel revealed that when he was 16, his father died suddenly during a storm at sea. The loss shattered his family. His mother fell into deep depression, and young Miguel blamed himself for not convincing his father to stay home that day. He said there were nights when he cried alone, questioning God, questioning faith, and questioning whether life had any meaning at all. The audience listened in silence, many already wiping tears from their eyes. During that dark period, Miguel found himself spending more time inside the church. One evening, when the church was empty and the lights were dim, he sang for no one but himself. He said it felt like someone was listening, not judging, just listening. That moment changed his life. He decided to dedicate himself to faith, not because he had all the answers, but because he wanted to help others who were hurting the way he once did. At 18, he entered seminary, becoming one of the youngest priests in his region. Simon raised an eyebrow, clearly impressed but still cautious. He asked Father Miguel what he would sing. Father Miguel took a deep breath and said he would sing an original arrangement of a classic hymn, blended with a modern emotional style. Simon nodded, signaling him to begin. As the first note left Father Miguel's mouth, something extraordinary happened. The room transformed. His voice was gentle but powerful, pure yet filled with pain and hope at the same time. It was not just singing, it felt like a prayer wrapped in melody. The audience leaned forward, completely captivated. Even the judges seemed frozen, as if afraid to breathe. Halfway through the song, another twist unfolded. Father Miguel closed his eyes, and his voice cracked slightly, revealing raw emotion. He later explained that at that exact moment, he was thinking of his mother, who was watching from home in the Philippines. She had not wanted him to audition, fearing the world might judge him harshly. But he sang anyway, for her, for his father, and for every person who felt lost. The song built slowly, rising into a powerful climax that sent chills through the theater. Some audience members openly sobbed. A grown man in the front row covered his face, unable to hold back tears. One of the judges had her hand over her mouth, eyes glistening. And Simon Cowell, the man known for brutal honesty, sat completely still, his eyes locked on the stage. When the final note faded, there was a moment of absolute silence. No clapping, no cheering, just stunned disbelief. Then the entire theater erupted. The audience stood on their feet, applauding wildly. The applause felt endless, like the world itself was saying thank you. Simon stood up. That alone shocked everyone. He walked closer to the stage, something he rarely did. He admitted that he had expected something nice, maybe even good, but what he heard was something unforgettable. Simon said Father Miguel's voice was not just beautiful, it was healing. He confessed that he had not believed a priest could move him emotionally on a talent show, but he was wrong. Then came the moment no one saw coming. Simon reached for the golden buzzer. The audience screamed in anticipation. Father Miguel looked confused, almost frightened, as if he did not fully understand what was happening. When Simon pressed the buzzer, golden confetti exploded from above, raining down like a miracle. Father Miguel fell to his knees, overwhelmed, covering his face as tears streamed down. The twist did not end there. Backstage, reporters later learned that Father Miguel had nearly withdrawn from the competition the night before, feeling unworthy and afraid of criticism. He had even written a letter to his bishop apologizing if his appearance caused controversy. Instead of criticism, he received global love. Within hours, his performance went viral across the United States and around the world. Millions shared the video, commenting about how his voice brought them peace during difficult times. Veterans wrote that it helped them sleep. Single mothers said it gave them strength. People who had lost faith said it reminded them that hope still existed. Another unexpected turn came when Father Miguel announced that if he won any prize money, he would donate most of it to rebuilding churches and schools in poor Filipino villages. He made it clear that his mission had not changed. Fame did not matter to him as much as service. As the competition progressed, Father Miguel continued to deliver emotional performances, each one revealing a new layer of his soul. Critics tried to question whether a priest belonged in entertainment, but the public defended him fiercely. They said he did not come to entertain, he came to heal. In the finale, Father Miguel did not win first place, but it did not matter. He had already won something far greater. He won the hearts of millions. Simon later admitted in an interview that pressing the golden buzzer for Father Miguel was one of the most meaningful moments of his career. Today, Father Miguel continues to serve as a priest, traveling occasionally to sing for charity events and humanitarian causes. He remains humble, often reminding people that the real miracle is not his voice, but the power of kindness, faith, and shared humanity. His story proves that sometimes, the most powerful voices come not from those seeking applause, but from those carrying silent prayers. And in a world full of noise, one young Filipino priest reminded us all how healing a single voice can be.